All right, everybody, this is Scott Roth with the Bakersfield Jam, and I'm here with Vance Palms, our VP of Communications. We just got done with our draft over the weekend. Very successful. It was my first time going through the process. I had an enjoyable time doing it. Rapid fire, once you got by that first round, 4 minutes for the first round, and then after that it was almost 60 seconds a pop, and it went very quick and kind of reminded me if you were doing something for fantasy football or baseball when you're starting to draft guys that quickly. We're very, very excited to have Derek Byers as our first-round pick at number 5 from Vanderbilt, former SEC Player of the Year. That'll put 2 of them on our roster once we get going, with Justin Reed coming in also. After that, we took Terrence Thomas, another very good player that's played in the league and had a very successful career so far in Germany. And then after that, we went with a few bigs to round out our roster. One of the things I'm excited about with this draft was we definitely addressed some of our needs, which was interior big guys. We have what I think is probably one of the better perimeter group of players so far on paper going into the league, but we needed some inside guys, and so I think we did that with some bigs. Also along the way, we got some news that we possibly might be getting some guys down from Golden State, so we're going to be working on that over the next couple of days. Once again, Buck Owens at Crystal Palace was awesome. They treat us like royalty over there. And I'll turn a little bit over here to Vance and his thoughts on what went on.
Well, having it be the third season for the team, the first year, our expansion draft we held, and we really were kind of feeling our way through every part of the team, the organization, not to mention a draft that had never been done before. Last year, we had the infamous dropped phone call that now has been dubbed the Jim Herrick rule, as I read through some of the blogs already this season. So in setting up camp for our draft this season, all technical aspects were taken care of, and hats off to Buck Owens Crystal Palace. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, Buck Owens Crystal Palace, one of the most famous country western venues in the country, hands down the most popular restaurant bar in Bakersfield. So they did a fantastic job. We had our own war room, and Coach, I would venture to say we had the best war room in all of the D-League. It was upstairs in this beautiful venue, locked off, closed off to everybody, a big food spread, drinks. We had our own special little room. One thing I noticed on the blogs this morning, Coach, and it's a highly respected blog, theridiculousupside.com had us listed in the top 7 for the entire league. And I know some other blogs and some other guys out there have us even ranked higher. So overall, Coach, it looks like we have a pretty good head start going in.
I think so. I think we're way ahead of where we were last year. That was one of our goals coming in, Vance, obviously, was to build upon the guys we had last year. It is no accident that those 4 guys that I traded for last year are going to be our returning players this year. It was one of the things I looked for when I was making trades last year, to see the potential of guys that would come back and start the season with us, which I thought was going to be a very important aspect of us getting going. And then the draft, I think, went very well for us across the board. And then, like I said, we got some good news about Golden State. We're going to go up there Wednesday morning and meet with Don Nelson and Larry Riley and discuss possibly a couple players being sent down.
Cool.
We'll know more later in the week. That'll probably be something on our next broadcast. And we're excited. We're ready to get going. All of our players are due here on Friday, and physicals by Saturday morning, and then Saturday night will be our first night of practice.
All right, Coach, let's do some very quick rapid fire. First
Sure.
of all, our returning players. Just give me some quick,
Sure.
quick rebound stuff. Mateen Cleaves.
Well, he's a warrior and a leader, and more importantly, he's a coach on the floor and a veteran that's been around the league for us.
Nick Lewis.
Had a great year at the end of the year, especially the last 15, 20 games for us. Obviously, when we got him, kind of opened up the doors for him, allowed him to start playing and doing what he does best, and had a great summer, and we're looking forward to him continuing.
He came to our draft of the night, beefed up, looks a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
Trey Johnson.
Scorer, great shooter also on the perimeter, will give us some outside shooting, and we're excited to have Trey back.
Justin Bellegarde.
He's the big surprise. He came in, 28-year-old former, well, actually he's a current high school coach.
What a story.
And current high school coach and teacher, and came into us, and this is his dream. He's almost 7 foot, runs real well, and we're looking forward to seeing what he does here.
And very quickly, Bellegarde could be one of these great stories. Open player tryout and makes it all the way to our camp.
No question.
We'll let you know. Another invitee from our open tryouts, Demario Butler.
Yeah, 6'4", 6'5", power player, real tough kid. Shooting's a little suspect on the perimeter, but very competitive and a great athlete.
All right, 2 allocation players. You mentioned him first. Let's talk about Jeff Trepanier.
Well, we were extremely lucky to get him. That was one of the guys that we kind of locked in on. He's got experience, a 30-year-old again, another veteran that's been around, and we're excited.
Last of our allocated players, Derek Wright.
Well, Derek's a little point guard from Austin P. We're excited about him. Quick little water bug, and we'll see what he does.
Okay, so we go through our draft picks here very quickly. First choice for us, Derek Byers.
Well, Derek was an easy pick for us. We had him kind of mapped out all along with David Noel as the two best forwards on the board. And when he was there, it was just a no-brainer for us.
Former SEC Player of the Year, last player cut from the Oklahoma Thunder roster, Derek Byers. Okay, Terrence Thomas.
Terrence Thomas is a combination 3-4. He's got a good body on him, can score. Had a very good year last year in Germany.
Another Terrence Gamble.
Big monster. We went for a couple of bigs, and he's one of them. Played very well down in the NBL draft camp in Atlanta.
All 5 bigs that were legitimate bigs that were in the draft were gone.
Yeah, they went real quick, and no surprise.
Right, okay. Hey, look at this. Javon Harris back with us.
Love Javon Harris. Played very well for me last year. It was tough to trade him, but we needed bigs at the time, and Nick Lewis was the guy, so it's kind of unusual circumstances. But we have Javon back, who's a big point guard that could possibly be a backup to Momatine.
David Berghofer.
David Berghofer's a big kid from Western Carolina. A Madison, Wisconsin boy, so he can't be all bad.
Hey!
And another big body, another big banger, and a guy that's going to battle for our 5 spot.
Came straight. He'll be coming to us from Germany. Michael Hart.
Michael Hart is strictly a power forward, about 6'8". We're looking forward to him. He can score around the post. He was also in Atlanta, and Dean Martinham was one of the better players there.
How about this? We're going to have a very highly educated squad in Joey Brito.
Yeah, another smart kid, a good player from obviously a big-time school. I believe it was Dartmouth.
Dartmouth.
Right? And so a skilled perimeter player, and we're looking forward to seeing what he can do.
Jujuan Player.
Nice size guard from Sam Houston. We're looking forward to having him to quick, little penetrator. We have a couple guards that go battle out for a backup spot.
At the tryout camps, we had a few local players. Actually, he's from Los Angeles, but played 2 years here at the local university, it's Cal State University, Bakersfield. You snagged late in the draft DeMarcus Hall.
Yeah, we were excited about DeMarcus. He's a little young and wiry, and his body needs to grow, but he did a nice job in our tryout. And the only thing that's going to hold him back is his work ethic and how quick his body fills out.
And our final pick, a buddy of Brandon Bowman's from Georgetown, L.A. resident, Ashanti Cook.
Yeah, Ashanti was a guy when I actually got here last year that we talked about numerous times just down the road here. The one thing that's impressive about him is I scouted him, but he comes from a big-time school and knows how to play, and we'll see what he can do.
Coach, I got a buddy of mine that watches. He's in Miami. He's already dialed in and starts checking it out. He said, when you do your next one, can you, for him, my pal, give him like a 30-second walkthrough of what happens from now until first game?
Well, right now, what we're going to end up doing, obviously, is the players are going to be coming in on Friday. They'll have their physicals on Saturday, and then we'll start our training camp. We'll have 4 days of training camp, 2-a-days. We go down to Anaheim for a quick little exhibition game. We'll have to make a cut on that day, get it down to 12. I think we have 4 more days to get us up to Thanksgiving. We have to make our last cut then to get down to 10. And then we're ready to roll and get into the season. So it's going to be fast and furious here after Friday.
On a scale of A being the best, F being a failure, how would you grade our draft this year?
Well, for me, going the first time through it and kind of seeing the response of what's going on, I feel like we did a good job. Obviously an A or a B, I think.
Wow, nice.
Across the board as far as everyone in the front office working together, getting things organized at Bucko. It's not just the draft and the players we got, but just our organization just kind of rallying around this whole thing was awesome.
Great time, man. We're looking forward to it.
All right, well, we'll see you next week. We'll have some more, obviously, insight on what happens up in Golden State when we go up to talk to Nelly. And then we'll also start our training camp on Saturday so you get a glimpse of what's happening. So this is Vance and Scott. We're signing off. We don't have that jingle yet.
We got to come up with our deal.
We don't have the jingle yet.
It's been a busy week, everybody. It's been a busy week.
We'll get to that. So
right.
We look forward to seeing you. If you have any questions, sroth@bakersfield.com. sroth@bakersfieldjam.com. Check us out. We'll look forward to hearing from you.